90 seconds left to trade. There is the S&P intraday chart for you. You can see we are just in the green as we approach the close. The Dow still slightly lower. The Nasdaq is slightly higher. But those trade developments, as you can see, not really weighing on the market overall. They did it the morning and around lunchtime, but not at the moment. If we look at the S&P 500 now week to date, you can see that we're positive for the week. Not hugely positive for the S&P, up around about 0.8%. The Dow something similar. The Nasdaq's up about 1.5%, just over that for the week. So overall, net, this week's trade headlines haven't weighed on markets. In fact, markets are high. Just going to quickly show you the dollar today because it's stronger today, but for the week as a whole as well, stronger, but not as strong again as you might expect. But a decent move as we've ended the week, 0.4% higher, pretty much flat for the week as a whole. Bob Pisani joins me now. Main takeaways from today?
The important thing is the market is telling us that even when it came out and said the trade talks were ending for the day and it looked like nothing was happening, the impact was de minimis. It was 4 or 5 points. When they said talks would be resuming next week, we did rise, but really 4 or 5 points is not statistically very significant. The market's saying they believe some kind of deal is coming down the road. I think if no deal was going to happen with Canada, that would be a bigger impact. But as you've been reporting, we have a lot of congressmen who want Canada in that particular deal. Let me just say something about the month. It's been a remarkable month because we got a S&P up more than 2%. We had tech stocks outperform. Healthcare was a massive outperformer overall. I want to point out Amazon and Apple's move on the upside here. Apple up 20% for the month. So I think it's a typo. We have a company like Amazon up 13%. We have two essentially trillion-dollar market valuation companies that have really dominated the markets. And particularly, these two stocks together are almost a quarter of the NASDAQ 100. And that's a really remarkable statistic. I don't know if we've ever seen that.
And since you mentioned the month-to-date stats, Bob, I'll mention what's happened around the rest of the world as well. UK down 4% for the month. Germany down 3%. France down 2%. Hong Kong down 2.5%. Shanghai down 5%. I mean, the US outperformance is staggering.
And it's continuing into the third quarter, obviously. A lot of that, of course, has to do days when the dollar, we get dollar strength. We get these kinds of countries having a lot of problems.
There goes the bell for the day, and we have ended it just positive on the S&P, up 0.3 for the Nasdaq, down only about 10 points for the Dow. So a decent finish to end the day, the week, and the month.